Questions, please?
Donald, how do you sum up this last week or 8 days for you? Do you feel like it's something that was unexpected, or this is a breakthrough you were waiting for?
A little bit of both, but more so what I was kind of waiting for or wanted to happen. I mean, I feel like I'm working hard lately, but I just, it hadn't come yet. I mean, it's come in spurts, but like I said, I'm looking to be a little more consistent. So this was a good step in the right direction for me.
How do you feel about your play today specifically?
It wasn't bad. I mean, Stan's a quality opponent. I mean, he's 5 in the world, and most of the year he's been 3 or 4. So, he's won 2 slams, including the French this year, and he's competed at the highest level consistently. It's something I haven't done. So he's playing well. He's definitely a different player than, I played in 2011. It was a different situation.
How far away do you think you are from consistently playing at the level of someone like Frank?
Couldn't tell you, really. I mean, I hope not far. I feel like I should be playing these matches more often, but it hasn't happened lately. But I would like to say, the rest of this year and next year it can start being somewhat consistently. But to be playing at his level is going to take a little more than what I'm doing currently, because he's won a couple slams. He's playing consistently in the second week of slams, and that's quality right there.
Howard?
You said he's not the same guy you faced back in 2011. How do you, if you do feel differently about yourself, in what ways are you maybe not the same guy you were then? And, sort of same result, 4th round at the U.S. Open, but do you feel like the trajectory might be different?
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm a little more ready to be a little more consistent than it was then. At that point, it was a shock, and yeah, I just feel better about myself, and I feel like things are coming around, and I really feel like I'm, ready to do it on a consistent level and not just do it for a while or work hard for a little bit and then relapse. I'm, looking forward to keeping it going.
You look at a guy like Stan who achieved great success kind of in his later 20s, and maybe that could be a model as well.
I mean, it seems to be, how guys are doing it quite a bit lately. Obviously, the top guys started quite young and they're doing it. He's one of the top guys now, but definitely you gain confidence or something like that. He's always been like a quality player. That's the thing. He just, as of recently, became a stable, steady person in the top 5. But he's always been a top 20 or top 10 player earlier in his career as well.
Willie?
Donald, with the Williams sisters preparing to meet tomorrow night, what does their rivalry, their matchups, what did all that stuff mean to you and to the sport, do you think?
I mean, it's awesome, man. Anytime 2 people from the same family can be competing at the highest level, and they played a lot of matches when they were both 1 and 2 in the world or in finals. So that's super rare. It doesn't happen. I don't know if it's happened before or it ever will happen after. But it's great. I mean, they're both extremely awesome competitors and players and athletes and champions. So for what they're doing and their family and everyone who's behind the scenes helping them get there, it's awesome. And, I kudos to them all.
Donald, as you know, tennis can be a brutal endeavor. You played today in Ash, crowds behind you all week. Now you turn around and go to Uzbekistan. Talk about how are you going to tough it out and be a leader there in front of a hostile crowd?
I mean, this week is awesome. Uzbekistan. It's going to be the same thing where I'm playing for the U.S. and we're going to be trying to beat Uzbekistan to get back in the world group. It's going to be great. We're going to have our team of support, and we're going to look to that. And, I mean, if it's hostile or not, I don't know. But I know it's not like the best place, to be going. But I'm excited to be part of the team and get the call and do whatever's needed.
What have you learned from your previous 2 Davis Cup appearances?
Yeah, they were both totally different, even though they're the same opponents. One was my first one. I wasn't expected to play. John, unfortunately, couldn't go at the last minute, so I got told like a day or 2 before that I was going to play. So I really wasn't ready to go. It was at home. It was my first one against Andy Murray of all people. It's not like I went out there and played someone who was exactly my ranking or whatever. So that was tough. And then to go to Scotland and to play in Andy's home, and this was his first time playing there in a long time or whatever the situation may be, in front of not a hostile crowd, but a crowd that was pretty much 100% for him. It was another tough situation, but I was able to play well in that match even though I lost. And those experiences were two totally different, but they gave me a lot of confidence and experience for sure.
Here then, John.
Jack Sock and Stevie Johnson making their debuts with the Davis Cup team. Taylor Fritz, Michael Morrow on the practice squad, traveling with him to Uzbekistan. What would you say to those guys about what to expect out of a tie like this?
I don't think I'm in any situation to be giving like advice to Stevie and Jack, but as far as the young guys, it's going to be fun. Like those are, as a hitting partner, those were some of the best weeks for me when I was able to go as a hitting partner in 2007 and Winston-Salem for the quarters against Spain, and then for the finals against Russia. Those memories stick with me as a junior growing up more than almost any, to be with the top American guys and be there during the week and play cards and hear what they talk about and what they talk about. Whatever they talk about, it's just new to you. It's all new to you. So it's awesome. And then for Stevie and Jack, I'm excited for them to play for their first time, and it's just a great honor to be chosen to play for your country.
You obviously had two really big comebacks this week. I'm wondering, after a really good second set, and you fall behind above 5 in the third, was it a different process for you, given the opponent and the situation, everything, how you were going to deal with that, to just hang in there or whatever needed to be done?
Yeah, every match is different. This one, the first set kind of got away. The second, I was surprisingly up that much, and he got quite frustrated pretty early, and I won that set pretty easily. And then I think it was a little mental lapse early in the third, and he took advantage. He stepped his game up again and started hitting pretty big. And then I got down 5-0, won 3 games, but from 5-0 it was really tough to come back in a set. And then again, he jumped on me early in the fourth, and it kind of went on from there. I've been playing a lot of tennis this week, but I was feeling good physically, to be honest. It just didn't go my way.
Was there a lot going through the head and everything, or were you just trying to stay in the moment of each point? Or?
No, at this point, I was just trying to stay in the moment of each point and just play each point as an individual point and focus on the point in front of me. I didn't play the best tennis of my life, but it wasn't awful either.
Let's go here then.
I mean, it's been 12 years since the last American won a Grand Slam, and it's been a while since any American didn't reach a Grand Slam semis. Why is that, and do you think that what should be changed by the USTA?
I don't know. I mean, you got to look at the top 4 guys. They're taking everything. I mean, you have Roger and Rafa and Novak and Andy, and then you have Stan in there now and Berdych. Those guys are quality opponents. It's not like, it's just tough. And I think the ranking and the seeding plays a big play in the draws, because if you're not seeded in the top, 8 or whatever, you're playing one of those guys in the 3rd, 4th round, and it's tough to beat them. And I don't think the USA really needs to change anything. I think the next crew of young kids are great and going to be really good.
Yeah. You've been mentioning Tony Dungy. One of the things he says is it's all about the journey. Few have had more interesting journeys in tennis. What's been the one thing you like the most about your journey, and the one thing that you like least about your journey?
The whole journey, I got to learn myself quite a bit and learn what I'm about, and what I have in me, what I don't, what I like and what I don't like, and just growing up and maturing quite a bit to go from winning everything to not winning much, to having some success, to having no success. It's been a lot of back and forth, and just the resilient part for me, because I could have easily stopped a while ago and done something else, going back to school. I've said a bunch of times I was going to do that, but at the end of the day, I don't play tennis for a few days and I miss it. I love tennis. Without it, I don't know what I would do. I'm sure after I'm finished playing professionally, I'm going to do something in tennis as well. And what I dislike the most probably was losing those 14 matches in a row from 15 to 17. Yeah.
Donald, how did you finally end up procuring sneakers?
That's a good question. Actually, A6 was nice enough to bring me 2 pair over. My mixed doubles partner contacted him and kind of got some shoes, and I wore them, and I was excited to have something on my feet.
Howard?
On that, what happened exactly?
Unfortunately, I came to the locker room yesterday, and I opened it up, and it was clean. Like, a couple of shirts missing, all my shoes were gone, and apparently someone said I was out of the tournament, so the guys thought I was guys thought I went home. So they were taking some souvenirs, and
They stopped watching after the second set.
yeah, I guess so. I was still in 3 events as well. So yeah, I was.
Have they returned the stuff?
Yeah, I got a pair of them back. So they made it back. They magically appeared back in the locker.
Donald, apologies for not knowing this, but when was the last time you played on Ash?
Mixed doubles semis last year. It was the last time I played. Singles match was 2012 against Roger.
And how do you feel like it played differently with the roof structure, and what about that crowd being
Yeah, it was totally different. A lot more shade than I'm used. Well, it would have normally been at this time of day. It kind of, whatever it is, it kind of covers up part of the court, and then at certain times of day, shade was on the whole court by the end of the match. And then for the second set, it was sunny the whole court, which was great for me. But with it like this, it's a lot more intimate, like people have been saying. It's kind of cool, like it kind of echoes, and you can almost see everybody at the top. Before, you just get lost up there and you couldn't see anyone. But now, if you look around, I feel like you can kind of see.
Just one follow-up about the locker. What was your reaction when you were told the person thought you were out of the tournament?
I just shook my head. I was like, wow. I mean, I guess they weren't watching anything. But I really don't know what the reason was. Maybe that was an excuse or whatever the situation may be. I don't know.
But the real question that I wanted to ask you is, how is your perspective on your future, on your potential, perhaps different today than it was at the beginning of this tournament?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I'm playing well. And if I feel like I'm playing like this and competing, I'm going to put myself in chances to win a lot of matches in almost every match I play. So if I can keep doing this and build upon it, I don't know what can happen. You know, hopefully it will be at least winning, and that's what I want to do.
I have time for a couple more here.
I kind of see everything, you know. I looked up at the Jumbotron, and then you can't miss when they put her name up and the crowd went wild. So that was pretty cool to see her out there. I mean, just anytime those type of people show up and you're playing on the court, you kind of feel special.
And in the back.
Actually, being that you still have a bit of tennis still left and you're still relatively young, do you think, like, once this all said and done for you, that you'll do, like, following your father's footsteps and actually go into coaching tennis?
A bit of tennis left? I hope I have a little more than a bit. But I don't know. I really haven't thought about the end. You know, I feel like I'm kind of in the middle right now. But I do enjoy, like, helping people out. So maybe one day that might be something I would like to go into. Yeah, definitely. I enjoy helping people out and whatever I can do around tennis. I just love the sport.
Thank you, Donald.
Thanks.